Welcome to the castle, everyone. My name is Nightsaber Z42, and today I will be showing you some indie titles that are scheduled to come out in January 2017. Now, due to the spontaneity of indie developers, this is by no means a definitive list of every indie game coming out this month, and dates are subject to change, and of course games are subject to get cancelled for no reason at all. The first three games on the list actually released December 31st. Hey, that was like yesterday. But I thought that since it was close to the new year anyway, they deserved a special mention on this list. The first game on the list is Tanzia from Arcanity Inc. You play as a shaman, able to hurl fireballs and freeze enemies using your Arcanity. Yeah, that's not a typo. Your little shaman guy is set with the task of preventing his island from being overrun by the forces of evil. The gameplay is like an MMORPG with inspiration from classics like Dragon Warrior, Zelda, and EverQuest. Tanzia will sport plenty of quests, spells, alchemy, and gems to cater to your playstyle. The game features an open world allowing you to go just about anywhere from the get-go, and its open combat system encourages you to exploit enemy weaknesses, combine different spells, and use the environment to your advantage. Tanzia was released on December 31st and can be found on Steam. Next up is a game that was also released December 31st, Exodemon by developer Pictou. Exodemon is an action-adventure shooter that takes heavy inspiration from Doom, Hexen, Quake, and Heretic. In Exodemon, you play as a scientist infected by demonic forces through chaotic facilities. Yeah, it's got about as much story as all those games mentioned before. The game makes use of that classic, fast, bloody shoot everything style with a visual style of having 3D graphics mixed with 2D sprites, just like the good old days. Exploration is encouraged and players are rewarded with new weapons and upgrades. The game features 5 to 10 hours of gameplay on the main campaign, an arena and time trial game mode, and multiple paths with secret areas. The last indie title releasing December 31st is Dungeons of Aledorn from Team 21. Aladorn takes inspiration from classic RPGs such as Betrayal at Krondor, Realms of Arcania, Might and Magic, King's Bounty, and Fallout. With that being said, the game will feature a mixture of puzzles, dialogues, tactical combat, quests, and most importantly, a high-quality RPG system. The developer team is looking to prove that great quality a la classic RPG style for hardcore gamers is just what everybody needs. With 1,247 backers, and $62,185 raised, surely everybody can't be wrong. The first indie title coming out in the new year is Darkness Reclamation from sole developer Nicola R. The game is a randomly generated action-adventure platforming title, which underwent a Kickstarter campaign back in August. The biggest flair for Darkness Reclamation is its visual. The world is void of light with the exception of the player. The player emits light around the area and works kind of like how echolocation is perceived in video games. As the player's health decreases, less light is cast, but having full health allows the player to emit a strong light which better enables you to see walls and obstacles and enemies. The game's demo can currently be found on itch.io if you'd rather try it out, but the game is expected to release January 1st. Next up is a roguelike game from Dr. Korchak Games, Wrath of the Abyss. The game lets players explore the Abyss, a dark, deep underworld where monsters and demons thrive, all in the hopes of finding that fantastic treasure. Like many roguelike games, Wrath of the Abyss utilizes a sprawling map to explore, combat, magic, many items to find, and prisoners to rescue, of which will give you rewards. The game will also feature some sort of platforming elements, and the game can be played solo or co-op, and is expected to come out January 1st. By far, the most anticipated title to come out in January is The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. The DLC arrives January 3rd and will be bringing a new playable character, 67 new items, 27 trinkets, and over 10 new pickups. A new final chapter and boss has been added along with the ability to keep playing the game after you've already had your run. A plethora of room layouts are also being added to the game, as well as a bestiary of all the enemies you can encounter in the game. Over 4 bosses have been added, and existing bosses will now be getting new alternate forms. But the most anticipated feature of the DLC is the modding tool, allowing creators to mod just about anything in the game. To coincide with mod support, monthly content updates will be released to update the game with community-made mods. Releasing January 5th is Pictopix from TomLab Games. Pictopix is a puzzle game where you use logic to color squares on grids in order to reveal the picture. Think of Nintendo's Picross. The game will have over 150 puzzles, a shuffle mode, and a puzzle editor. Simple, yet fun for those short plays and distractions. Nid Technology is releasing Eunomia, The Last City, January 10th. Eunomia is a point-and-click adventure game much like Sierra's classics from the 90s. The game will be fully voice-acted with over 150 interactive areas to explore, hundreds of items to find and use, and up to 20 minutes of hand-painted animated cutscenes. Skip over to January 23rd for Hellenica, a turn-based tactics RPG from the Dragonloft. Set in a steampunk version of ancient Greece, you will unfold the story with the choices you make, the battles you fight, and the allies you meet. There are many ways to fight and manipulate the environment, tons of skills and customization for all party members. The artwork and sprite animation look gorgeous, and with replay value, what more could you ask for? And finally, something that I am most excited about is the supply drop update from Dodge Roll's Enter the Gungeon. The update has been delayed from December to be released sometime in January, although we don't know when. Although you can play the beta version of the update right now. The update will bestow upon players a new boss, more NPCs, a save and exit feature, a challenge mode, over 100 new rooms, and 20 plus guns and items, and new enemies. It's gonna blow you away. That's gonna about wrap it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to leave a comment telling me what you think down below. Which game are you most excited about? Maybe there was a game that I didn't quite get to on this list, or maybe you would like to help me out on a future video, maybe telling me about some indie games that are happening in February or March. I'm already starting to work up on the next video. So feel free to check that description for my Facebook and Twitter information. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more, and always give this video a huge thumbs up to show me your support. I will see you guys in the next video.